The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691, or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate through all market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions, at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you. Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in today and spending some time with me. You are listening to The Financial Chick Show, and I am The Financial Chick. My name is Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions, a full-service independent financial planning firm located in Medford. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to know more about me or my firm, you can check out my website at financialchickshow.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions, so like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. So I'm happy to have some guests on my show today. It gets a bit lonely on the radio by myself. So these two ladies actually have a show on LI News Radio as well, together as a team. And their show is called We Cover It All, and it airs every Tuesday from 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. So I want to welcome to my show Sheri Bender and Alycia Bender. How are you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for having us, Denise. We're excited to be here.
We're so happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, we've been trying to make this work for a while.
It's been a while. But we're all busy chicks, right? We're all
chicks. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a lot going on all the time. So, of course, long time no see. I just happened to see you guys on Tuesday for something studio related, right? We had the ribbon cutting for the Catholic Health Bald Hill Amphitheater concert season. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was a great night, some live music.
Yeah.
Starting for the season.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm excited for it. And it made me excited for summer.
I know.
And then it was great to see you there.
I know. I didn't even know you guys were coming. So this was like a big surprise. And then in other news, I mean, we're all part of Power of Women Exchanging Resources, the nonprofit women's organization.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we're going to get together again as we get closer to the save the date, July 9th, for the annual brunch. So we'll talk more about that. But today, we want to hear a little bit about yourself, a little bit about who you are and what you guys do.
Yeah. Mom?
All right. So I'm Sheri Bender. I own the Archdeacon Agency. It's a full-service property and casualty insurance agency, conveniently located in Lake Grove. And I've been doing selling property and casualty insurance, auto, home, business for probably 38 years.
Awesome. Very good. And you probably heard her say mom. So yes, this is a mother-daughter team. Although they have separate companies, but they are a team, right?
Yeah, we're a team. I started working for my mom when I'm 12, 13, doing a little bit in the office, and it just really spiraled into something really beautiful, and now being able to do it side by side and tag team each other. And, we have our show, so we like to laugh and, educate insurance, because who likes insurance? Not many people.
I know, but I hear through the grapevine that you guys make it fun. We do. So that's we're all about the fun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? This is what we're talking about.
Right?
So, as a financial advisor, it's important for me to look at my client's entire financial situation, and that includes making sure they are protecting those things they can't afford to lose. So your home, your car, and more. So more importantly, making sure that you have the right coverage at the right price. So I guess let's get started there. So I guess who wants to start? I mean, as far as auto coverage and umbrella, homeowners, renters insurance, I mean, we have a whole plethora of things to discuss.
We do. So when you're looking at, and even I'm sure for you from a financial preparation aspect, when you look at your client's assets and whatnot, you want to make sure that they have enough liability protection.
Absolutely.
And so one of the things is with auto insurance, and then having an umbrella. And a lot of times people have a misconception that if I have an umbrella, I can carry low liability limits as primary coverage on your own home, your auto, and watercraft. You actually have to carry a minimum amount in order to have an umbrella cover and sit above it.
Okay.
So this way there's no gap in coverage.
Right. And, you know, anybody can go out and buy an insurance policy, and everyone could say, oh, I have insurance, but it's super important to make sure you have adequate insurance, the correct insurance policy. You know, we talk about it all the time. People purchase homes, maybe they're flip houses, they're rental properties, and people go out and buy homeowner insurance. But if you're not a homeowner living in that home on a primary basis, you may not have the right insurance policy. So it's super important to work with professionals like, you know, the three of us that are going to educate our clients the best way possible. We're not just in it for a quick buck.
Right.
You know.
So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is reviewing all the coverage, because I think, you know, I know for myself it's one of the areas that I'm not the best at. That's why I love having you ladies to work with. You know, there's a lot of misconceptions.
So many.
What to do, you know. So I guess maybe from the homeowners or renters insurance standpoint, what should people look for, or when they're coming to, what should they bring with them to make sure that you know that you're writing the right policy, or what information do you need?
You know, I feel like we always ask, okay, well, what are you doing with this house? What is your, you know, is it a rental? Are you living in it? Is it a secondary, seasonal? You know, we find out what the rebuild cost is. A lot of people think, I bought this house for $800,000, so the rebuild is $800,000. That's not always the case. It's
not right, because when you're purchasing a home, you're buying the location, the land, and the location and the land aren't going to burn. So the value for that is still going to be the value with that. You know, a lot of times if it's a new home purchase, we would ask for a copy of the survey. You know, because you want correct information on the home. And a lot of people don't know the square footage of their home.
They don't.
You know, I mean, you ask somebody, what's the size of your home? Oh, I don't know. It's like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 square feet. And then you're looking and it's like, all right, well, it's 1,200. You know,
right.
So it's
And
always
like, going to be overinsured.
Exactly. Because everybody's stuff is always bigger and better than, you know.
It's true.
Right, but we'll get calls. You know, you could purchase a 1,000 square foot home on the water, and we already know how much that's going to be to actually buy the house. And the insurance, the rebuild cost could be $250,000, even though you bought the house for maybe almost $500,000. So it's super important to, like you said, Denise, not to overinsure, because overinsuring, people think that they can slap on any type of number onto their home to rebuild it, and they're going to get a fat check from the insurance company, and it's not the case. You know,
It's not right, and it's true. Just because you overinsure, the insurance company does not come out with a checkbook and just say, "Oh, here's your $575,000.
Yeah, this is the number that was on your policy. Congratulations, here you go." You know, they're gonna inspect and make sure that it's adequate.
Right. And I guess on the other side too, you don't want to underinsure, because now, you know, you want to be able to build. And I'm sure there's other things in there of, you know, a hotel cost, if God forbid there was a fire or something along that line.
Correct. Yeah, you have your loss of use, your personal property is in addition. But you're right, Denise, with regards to that. I prefer to adequately insure. I don't want to underinsure. I don't want to overinsure.
Absolutely.
And the policies come with a 25% additional coverage A, which is your dwelling coverage, as kind of a buffer. But you need to insure 100% of value, even for that to kick in.
Right. And I'm sure you have this. I mean, with your clients, they have, you know, life things happening, you know, big accomplishments, you know, gaining assets. And same thing with a house. You know, let's say you're going to add an addition to your house, or you're going to renovate your house, or maybe you went from a builder's grade kitchen to a custom, beautiful design kitchen. You need to call us so we can update the policy. You know, nobody knows that you put $100,000 into renovations into your home.
That's true.
Just like, you know, I'm sure your clients have big, you know, life things that happen, and they have to call you to update some things. So it's super important to feel comfortable with who you're working with.
That is really true, you know, because people do omit those important facets.
Right.
They do. And, you know, life things happen, and it's like people don't think, oh, gee, let me call Denise because I need to update my portfolio, or let me call Alycia and Sheri because we just put a $300,000 addition on our home.
Right.
You just kind of assume that, you know, people just know things.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunately not the case.
So maybe it's a good idea for people to maybe put it on their calendar once a year when the renewal comes, or every 6 months, whatever your policy is, to give you guys a call. I mean, do you do policy reviews and things like that?
Yeah.
We do. So So the agency has a full staff. So and we have our renewal department, we have customer service, we have new business. But what happens is every one of our renewals get looked at. We need to make sure that things didn't happen throughout the year that is inconsistent. We also look at premiums. If the premiums go up more than 8-10%, we'll reshop them automatically. We'll suggest defensive driving. So we look for ways to help with lowering the premium on the renewals, especially in today's economy.
Absolutely. And that's a really, really big thing. And that's something I definitely want to talk about after commercial break, because of course we're running to the commercial break already. So I just want to tell everybody I'm happy to have here Sheri Bender and Alycia Bender. We're talking about property and casualty insurance, because this really is part of your full comprehensive plan. It's something that you want to review and make sure you're adequately covered and, of course, paying the right price. So stay tuned and we'll have more after the break. Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company's in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all those changes. So one of the pieces of a really good comprehensive financial plan is property and casualty. And now it's not something that I do personally in my office, but I am really thrilled to have partners that I can work with, Sheri Bender and Alycia Bender, that are here with me today on the radio, that can help you look at those parts of your world, basically. And we talked a little bit about car insurance. Well, we didn't talk about car insurance. We talked more about home. We honed on homeowners insurance and renters insurance. So we're going to talk about car insurance, because that's something also that is super important. And I think segueing into the fact that how do you put together a comprehensive plan? I think a lot of questions people have. You have your homeowners or renters insurance, and then you have the car insurance. Should you hold these things separately, or maybe should you look at them as group policies, or does it depend?
It really does. It
depends.
It does. It depends on everybody's situation.
Okay.
I mean, as an independent agency, we have abilities to write package policies. So we have carriers out there. And as an independent agency, as opposed to a captive agent, we have probably a dozen or so carriers that we can access.
Right.
So it's really a different situation for everybody.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
It is. Some of it, especially because we're on Long Island is coastal, some of the bigger carriers that do package won't write if you're within 2 miles on the South Shore or north of 25A on the North Shore. It's kind of interesting. So each carrier has their own underwriting guidelines. I'm sure just like your
Exactly.
just like your companies.
Yeah.
Different companies will write different things and whatnot. So as far as some companies work out best doing an auto home umbrella with one company, and then we sometimes find that we split it. An auto umbrella with one company and a home with somebody else. And it winds up being more beneficial from a financial standpoint and a coverage standpoint.
Gotcha.
Right. We even have some companies that will give a discount. Even if your home and auto aren't with the same insurance company, they'll give a discount if we have the auto in our office.
Really?
So
Okay.
there's still
Never knew
bundle
that.
discounts, available. And it just, when it fits, it fits.
Correct. And the client is only calling one number.
Right.
Even though they have different companies that suit their needs.
That's nice. Yeah, so your practice or your business is very similar to mine. I'm independent, so I work with a lot of different companies, but they have one, quarterback, so to speak. Like,
Correct.
we're the quarterback
Right.
that's gonna deal with all of the different policies or plans or anything that they have.
Exactly.
So that's kind of neat. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I guess car insurance. Let's go there. So where do we start with that? It's a necessary evil. We all have to have it. So what should we do? What should we look for?
It definitely is. Mom and I have been talking about it a lot, because for me, and I can only speak for myself, I'm finding it very frustrating, just because everyone's premiums are going up. And the first question we get asked from clients is, I've had no accidents. I've had no tickets. I don't
And my car is
understand.
getting older.
My car is getting older. Why is insurance going up? And what everybody doesn't realize, and you can't fault anybody because they're not in the industry. They don't know how it works, but it costs money to, replace your car parts. The labor hours that, mechanic shops charge are higher. Everything is higher, especially the cars. I think we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago on our show. We get calls where someone bought a 2023 vehicle, and they have all these,
bells and whistles,
and
all these extra added safety features.
And they think that the price is going to be lower because they have all these safety features, but on the contrary, it costs a lot to replace these safety features. So the insurance is actually going to be more because in the event of a total loss, it costs so much to replace those, bells and whistles.
Even if you look at it, just side view mirrors. So the side view mirrors used to just be side view mirrors. It was like a mirror and a metal thing, and it sat on the side of the car.
That was it, yeah.
It was very simple. Now they flash. You've got,
the sensors.
All the sensors and stuff. So this $400 side view mirror is now $4,000. And you're not going to, you have to replace all the electronics, all the wires that run through it. And unfortunately, all of those extra added pieces trickle into the cost of collision and comp and the overall cost of replacing a car or even a partial loss.
Right.
I love that you just explained that because, that's something I'm sure many people have no idea. Well, not that they have no idea, but they don't put the pieces together and think about that.
Exactly.
And that makes a whole lot of sense.
Exactly.
Right. Even just having loss, it's hard to get the parts still. So if it takes 2 weeks ordinarily to repair a car, now you're looking at a car sitting there for 4 weeks, 6 weeks,
like what I just went through.
And your car
You're
was,
like, I know,
and your car
know someone,
right? And your car was down for how long? Now
too long.
And maybe in your situation you didn't need to rent a car, but there are limitations.
Yeah,
you've got 30 days worth of rental car coverage on a policy if you purchase that option, but now you need it for even longer. All of these things trickle into the cost of repairing the car.
Yeah.
And, I find that, we get clients that call us and they may be upset and they're asking us questions. And I find that if we give a detailed answer, just like we just did, they almost leave, I don't want to say happy that, their insurance is going up, but at least we can explain fully and thoroughly. And we always say this, if we don't have an answer for you, we will find it. We will get back to you. And I think it makes doing business, easier. Like Denise, you would never tell your client, I don't know.
Exactly.
You're going to find it and you're going to explain it to them and do the best you can and try to help them.
Yeah, no, that's great. And it does set you aside from, that company, those companies are out there that just will write what they can write.
Right.
So there's a lot of benefits, I guess, to certain people, but for most people, there's not that benefit, and they can really get these various policies put together and work through you guys and really research. And
it's interesting too, being in the business for so long. I have certain tips and tricks that I know where if I look at somebody's policy, I might suggest different things and then ask them, call me back in 6 weeks. Let's write it in a month after you put this, this, and this in place so that the policy tiers better.
Yeah, okay.
It's so there's more to it than just buying the insurance and having the minimum to be on the road, which is what's required to be able to drive a car. And
it's that personalized service that you guys give, which I think is important.
We say it all the time. Our agency is a family. You're not just a number. You call these big insurance companies, you get your quotes online. It's just, okay, next. With us, like Mom said, we review every single renewal. We get to know them. We insure, generationally.
I have some of my clients I've had since the 80s.
Wow.
When I first started. So I've been writing some people's insurance for 30 plus years.
Well, when you do a good job, they stay, right?
Right.
And that to me is rewarding.
Absolutely.
It speaks volumes. So it's an interesting business. And I'm sure for you too, it's diversified. So it keeps it interest. Oh,
exactly.
No pun intended.
Diversified.
I love you guys.
But it keeps it interesting. And how many people stay in an occupation for almost 40 years?
It's true. We're the few, the proud.
Yeah. So it's cool. Insurance is insurance, but everybody's situation is different, and helping them is so rewarding.
No, that's awesome, and especially going into or being in a recession and with things costing so more, inflation's up so much and everything like that, you guys really can do a lot to help people.
Right.
By looking. So, get the reviews. I mean, I can't encourage it more to, give a call if you guys want to give a number to your agencies.
The phone number is 631-751-1133. Again, that's 631-751-1133.
So give these ladies a call. I mean, even if you're just kicking the tires just to check it out, you never know.
There's no negative to call us and to shop it. There's no crazy ding on your credit. You don't have to notify your current company that you're shopping. It's just run numbers just to see, because you never know. I mean, we get calls where someone's been with, a company for 20 plus years and they never thought they were able to shop it. You can shop any policy at any time.
All right. And that's one of the questions that one of my clients said. So is it a good idea to shop every couple of years? And you answered the question, and you should.
Yes.
And absolutely.
Things change.
Correct.
Companies change.
Their tiers change, their programs change. So we regularly shop our own clients' policies.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, we're coming to the end of the show already.
Wow, that went so fast.
Right? It's crazy fast. So I want to thank you both, Sheri, Alycia, for joining me today. And, the company's Archdeacon Agency.
Yep.
And life insurance with Alycia, or not life insurance, insurance with Alycia.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I have life on my mind.
It's Friday.
Insurance with it. It's totally Friday. But that's a good thing.
you, the life insurance.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So remember to listen to their show every Tuesday at 4:30. I want to thank all of you for listening. Remember, let's try to do better and be better. Have a great weekend. Until next Friday.
Advisory services offered through Blackridge Asset Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities are offered through Peak Brokerage Services, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Blackridge Asset Management and Diversified Financial Solutions are separate and independent entities from Peak Brokerage Services.